Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And in this video, we are going to understand two very important tools that are widely used in the industry to test a web API. So those two tools are Swagger and Postman. In the earlier video, we have seen how to enable Swagger on my API. Just to quickly give a recap of how we did that is installing the NuGet package, which is swashbuckle.asp.NET Core, and enabling that in my program.cs by adding these two lines and also using these two lines, right? So this will enable Swagger on my API, and I can hit my request using Swagger. And before trying to see in detail about these two tools, let's understand or go over the project that we are going to build in our next subsequent videos, which is a employee controller. Okay, in this employee controller, we are going to use static data in the initial videos. So this employee will have ID, name, department, and salary. This is a static data. In later videos, we will see how to connect to SQL Server and get this data using Entity Framework Core. But for the initial videos, it will be a static data, and the APIs that we are going to build are uh, getting the whole list of employees, getting by ID, and adding a new employee, which is post, and updating a employee, which is put, and then deleting a employee, which is the http delete, and patch employees http patch. So all these endpoints we're going to build one by one in the next upcoming videos. But for now, just have an understanding of what we're going to build in our next videos. For now, we will try to see how to test it with Swagger and Postman. Uh, and I'll just go ahead and run my application. First, let's see how we can test it with Swagger, and parallelly we will try to check how to test it with the Postman tool. I've run my application, let it reload. It's loading. Let me go to my Swagger page. Okay, yeah, we got employee controller, we got all the endpoints. If you see, I'll just click on try it out. I'll try to execute, and you can see, right? This is the request URL. This is the response that we got. If you see, this is exactly the static data that we have in our application, right? So John, Sarah, and David. Now let's try to insert data. Let's give it as a fourth employee, maybe name as pause and code, right? Department is IT, salary, let's say 1 2 3 4, right? And then I click on execute. See the details, it shows the response code as 20, which means it's a success. Now if I just say execute for getting the employees, I can see, right, this got added, which is pause and code. Okay, we've tried post, and then for getting based on a specific ID, let's try with our new employee that we have created. Execute, you see that we got this, and then put is for updating. So let's say we'll update for the same record that we have created. For, let's say, pause and code, we update all the cases, and then department is again IT, salary, let's just increase it to 23456. I execute it again, the response is 200 success, and the response is the one, the entity which got updated. And delete, let's try to delete whatever we have created. Execute, you see it got deleted. Now if I go back and try to get all the list of employees, you don't see the employee that I created with the ID 4, right? So that's the delete for you. And then we have patch. Patch is again just like you saw that I have various properties in my employee record. Now I don't want to update the whole entity, rather only one uh, property or two properties, right? Let me just copy this. So for that I give this, right? Or replace, I mean replace only the salary property to 1234. So for now, for David, for John, we have 50,000. Now after updating, after hitting it with patch with 1234, you see 1234 got updated to John. See, John 1234 got updated. So this is what we are going to build. This is how we're going to build all these endpoints, and using Swagger we can test it in this way, right? The reason for having this tutorial before even we start building up the API is that in parallel, like whenever we develop an endpoint, we can hit it with these tools and test those. So this is how we test it with Swagger. And this is a postman. This is another tool that we use. You can directly go to the browser and install postman on your machine, and it behaves very similar to how your Swagger works, right? For us to be easy for now, we can copy the curl request, right, and paste it here, right? Let me try, take a new request, paste it here. It automatically gives me that. But if you have to put the URL in here, what you can do is, you know that your application is running on 7060, so just put that 7060 here. And if you go to the employee controller, you see the route as API slash controller name. So you can just put it as API slash controller name is your employee, right? So that's how you get this URL. This is the place where your application is running. This is your route that you can see on the top of your controller. So API slash controller name. And now if I want to test get, I can choose from here get post and you can take anything. Now for now, let's just say get. I'll click on send. You see, got the response, right? I can very well do a post. I'll have to create a body, right? And I have to give the data in here. I can go with JSON. For simplicity, let me copy the JSON from here. Okay, let me post it here, right? I'll click on send. So it got created. Now let me just go to get, right? For now, there's none. So you get to see the four, that the one that we just created. So that's how you test it with the postman. It's, you have got all the methods in here that we've created. You can play around with this using postman. That's all for this video. In the next videos we are going to build the API that we have just tested. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe.